am RedCyclone! Aria!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It's Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is going on? What is going on?
Yes, sir. Another week, another bit of the dumpster fire. Still not put out. Hey, 2020, when are you gone?
Next week?
Yeah, soon.
It's gonna be next week. Is gonna be the well, someone just sent me it too. It's gonna be like the extended cut. 2020 extended.
I've
cut.
seen the memes already. Somebody had the 2020 is December 31st, and then January 1st it says prestiged. That's for people who play Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh no! What was it? What is the new game plus?
Yeah. Dark Souls New Game Plus makes it harder. I don't want that.
Yeah, the new game plus 2020 new game plus. That's what, you just gotta get this year to end, and hopefully positive stuff start happening next year. But people, stay your ass home. You don't even be out. Support your local businesses, but you can stay your ass home doing that.
True.
And that's the only way we could get this world back into somewhat normal. It's never going to be normal because everyone's fucking broke. So do better.
You know what I learned a lot that is a big problem. I won't go too much further into that. But what I learned in 2020 is a lot of problems could be fixed if people stop trying to be right.
Yeah.
And guess what? That ain't happening. So we got problems.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of this stuff could have been done with cooperation.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm right. Listen to me. Okay. All right. So when everybody says, listen to me, who do you listen to? And that's why we have the problem we have today. Just put that out there.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So,
but you know what's doing extremely well in this time of 2020?
let me tell you.
Video games.
Let me take one guess. Hasbro.
Video games. Video games has the highest grossing numbers this year because everyone's home.
True that. Video games and Amazon.
Yeah. Fuck that guy, man.
They made that man a billionaire with 3 zeros.
Yeah.
Son.
They should not be allowed to have that much money.
I mean,
like when you get to a certain bracket, you have to like donate something or like you have to do something with that. You can't just have all that.
Listen, I'm just saying, if somebody come knocking on his door and be like, "Hey, Mr. So-and-so, Mr. Amazon, I heard you made a lot of money. Half the country's on fire. You can."
Yeah, exactly.
If he says no, oh boy, that's gonna be a problem.
Exactly. I feel like you don't need. No one needs that much money. Nobody.
Well, you buy Elon out there with his crazy ass doing some weird stuff with his money. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But he's probably gonna leave. Yeah. And put his brain in a robot. So that doesn't help us.
T1000 early edition.
Okay, here's the question. I don't know about the T1000 at all. I just know that he's a cool looking, supposedly he is also a cyborg.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
No, my thing is, did they ever really explain what that is? Because they don't quite explain it, except that it is the next model. That it is a 200 series up from Arnold's model. I get that.
So if you think about it, and like look at Arnold's version of the of his armor, right? It was still kind of bulky and something like that. The armor little by little evolved. It evolved into better technology. It got better and better throughout the thing. He became like liquid metal, which is still metal. He could go solid and liquid, but it's still metal. Like his armor is evolving. They making stronger suits. So while the technology got stronger and stronger and stronger, people got weaker and weaker and weaker.
So would that mean that he is nanomachines?
Yeah, eventually.
So that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Why it's able to do that.
Yeah.
Because obviously people didn't know what the fuck a nano machine was back in 1990.
Nope.
92? Yeah, 92.
Reed Richards did.
Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong. I heard he went crazy recently.
Reed
I
Richards is
haven't
crazy.
read too much Fantastic Four stuff.
I love Fantastic Four.
Except that they're gearing up to cast, and I see that this is the weirdest thing I've seen.
Yeah.
Did you know, Merc, that there are bets on who's going to be cast in the Fantastic Four?
Yeah, I saw
Crazy.
they want this guy as Doctor Doom, Carlos Espinal.
Now, what's he famous from?
He's in Mandalorian actually right now. He's like was the main villain in Mandalorian. He's gonna be the star of Far Cry 6. He was in Breaking Bad. He plays like a villain in everything he does.
Okay, understood.
He was in The Boys. Yeah, he plays like the same kind of villain in every single thing. He's a great talker, great character, great actor. They're looking at him for Doctor Doom, and I actually could see it. I could see him or Magneto.
Oh, why would he first be tested? Oh, you mean to cast him?
Yeah,
I got you.
But then again, like, one thing with Magneto is the fact that his nationality and his religion kind of.
Hold on, because I know this.
Yeah.
Is Magneto? Did they ever specify which type of Jew he is?
Because he's Hebrew.
But is he European Jew?
Yeah,
like,
he's European.
Russian, or like
he's like
a lot of different
yeah.
things. I know people who are Jewish that have different, like, their ethnicity is not their religion. So it's like you can be an Israeli Jew, you can be a Russian Jew, you can be from everywhere.
I think he was from Romania, and that was the original.
That's the congested gypsy.
Yeah,
the old term gypsy connection. I got you.
So that I think that he was Romanian. So that one I could see, like, what people.
And they changed his name.
Yeah.
They changed his name. His name is Max something now.
Yeah. So, what was Maximoff? Like that's Stan Lee's just making names simple.
No, that's new. That's new.
Oh, okay.
Then the Max one is new. His name used to be Eric something.
Yeah, Eric Maximus, or something like that.
And so now I don't know what the hell. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What changed? Is Magneto a different person now?
Same guy. Just
okay.
He's more mutant, so he goes by his mutant name and shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just see people bitching about the Magneto in that sense. I don't honestly. I think he could do both. I personally think he could do both easily. But Doctor Doom,
Max Eisenhardt. That is not the name I knew.
Yeah, me either.
Completely different.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I can see him. I could actually see him as Doctor Doom, but then again, it depends on who they cast as Reed, because him and Reed are supposed to be like colleagues.
Okay.
They're supposed to be like same age, same. They're supposed to be like around the same age. They went to the same college. They're supposed to be like same age rivals. So depending on who you cast as Reed Richards, that's kind of where you had to go with Doom. So he's a little older to be Doctor Doom and just in that general. Like, he's a bit older.
Well, what's the story? We don't know what story they're trying to tell, because I know if they cast the Fantastic Four, they're not going to go for old 30-somethings couple. They're going to go for probably a mid-20s.
Nah, I think they're going to go straight family, first family kind of style. So, like, John, like, right now...
With Franklin and everything? You think they're going to go all in?
Yeah. No, I don't think they're going to go Franklin just yet, but they're going to go, like, Ben Grimm. They're going to go with the original team, but they're not going to be so young, but they're not going to be so old either. I'll say, like, early 30s, late 20s.
I that's my only fear when it comes to casting in movies. When you get a fresh franchise, is that typically they tend to go for the fresher faces. So it's probably going to be people we don't even know.
I feel, so far, like, rumor mill, it has John Krasinski and Emily Blunt for Reed and Invisible Woman. Those are the two people they want. There's other people that are getting casted, but those two for sure are their number one targets. And honestly, if they do get those, I could see John Krasinski as Reed Richards. He kind of has. I could see it. I could see it pretty well. And
so what they want is the instantly identifiable 30s guy with the white streaks.
Yeah, I think they want to get the comic book Fantastic Four on screen. They want to get that family. Yeah.
Finally. Okay. All right.
And I think well, rumor is John Cena for fucking Thing. So I'm actually for that.
That'd be cool.
And I don't know for Human Torch, but I can see a lot of things going on.
He's a what is it, Brooklyn Jew? Because he's from New York.
Yeah.
And he's Jewish as well.
Yep.
The thing.
Yancey Street. He's from Delancey.
No, he's from Yancey, but isn't that's
Yancey is supposed to be Delancey. Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
It's Marvel version of Delancey. Because that's where there's a big Jewish community over there. That's the reason why.
That's a weird thing, because they use real boroughs.
Yeah, but they do fictional streets here and there.
Okay, I know. Okay, Spider-Man. Does Spider-Man have that detail? I know he's from Queens, right? But do they have the detail of
Forest Hills?
And that's real.
Yeah, that's real.
What? Listen, I'm mad. Don't make me upset.
But then again, they kind of like over describe certain things. So like Daredevil being from Hell's Kitchen, they kind of overdid. Like Hell's Kitchen's a lot bigger in fucking Marvel's universe than it is actually in real life.
Yeah, it's like 5-6 blocks. Well, it's like 10 blocks.
Yeah,
it's like 10.
But in the Daredevil comic, you think it's a whole fucking state of itself.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah, right. So depending on what it is, like Harlem is humongous in in the comic book.
Yeah.
So it depends. It depends. But Yancey Street.
All about the Bronx. Yeah. That's right. That's true.
But Yancey Street is supposed to be Delancey. It's supposed to be Delancey and Grand Street mixed together. So that's supposed to be the area where he's at, because that's that whole area was a Jewish communal area. They had like stores and all that shit over there.
I believe.
Yeah. So yeah, it's still not as big anymore. Like a lot of their businesses got closed, but yeah, they're still there. Mm-hmm. But anyway, but Fantastic Four would be interesting to do. If I think Doctor Doom has to be kind of around the same age as Reed Richards. I think that's my only gripe with it. Other than that, I think he's a great actor, and I think he can play anything. So who knows?
Do we get a backstory? In college, Reed Richards, and in college, Doctor Doom.
I feel like, you know what? I feel like I have a feeling they're gonna do what they did with Spider-Man, with Homecoming.
Okay, so
you kind of know what they have. You kind of know their powers. They're not gonna go like straight big origin story, but they'll probably tell you stories here and there.
I feel like you have to, though, because the last ones were so not liked that. And then the reputations of those movies preceded them, and that turned a lot of people off.
But you also watched that last movie. Yeah, but you also got they did the same thing with Spider-Man. Each Spider-Man had an origin story until Homecoming, and they didn't do the Homecoming. They didn't do the origin story.
That's the thing. No, what I'm trying to tell you, Merc, is that there's a difference between that and Spider-Man. Is everybody likes the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
So the audience already has that knowledge because they were willing to sit through like 7-8 Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, 5 at the time.
The audience was not willing to sit through the 3 Fantastic Four movies.
Well, the 2 did really. The 2 did quite well. The first 2 did okay in theaters. It's the last one that did not do nothing.
I just mean by contrast to Spider-Man and stuff. Not like at all. I mean, because Spider-Man blew stuff out the water. You know.
Yeah. But is it going to be interesting to see what they do? Again, Doctor Doom. I kind of want Doctor Doom to be the Thanos of the next wave, because I think he's that kind of villain that you could really build upon.
Waited for him to beat Thanos and take the gauntlet. That's all. I want Doom with the gauntlet and the surfboard. That's what I want.
Yeah, so I think we could get that, and I have a feeling we're gonna get. I have a feeling we're gonna get Galactus first.
I want Silver Surfer.
You need you need Galactus. You need Galactus to have Silver Surfer.
But I mean, you have to have I want them in the same movie.
Yeah, 100%. I actually feel like you should bring in Silver Surfer first, and have him like surfing. Like he'll probably be like an end credit.
Well, no, that's the reason you would see him first is literally it's canonical. Yeah. He's the Herald. You're not supposed to see Galactus before you see him.
Yeah.
So if you see him, there's trouble.
He's putting hot sauce on the world.
Yeah, I mean, That's a damn shame, but it is what it is.
He's like, I'm making it tasty.
So yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. There's a lot of shit coming out, and we're actually getting our first like taste of the next wave of MCU in 2 weeks with WandaVision.
Is that what is that going to be classified as? Is that going to be a dramatic show, or is it going to be like a sitcom? Because everything I see of it is mixed messages.
I will say it's a mix of both.
Okay.
It's because this all takes place in her head.
Oh.
So it's going to be a lot of things. So it's going to be things that she watched as a kid and things like so. Like you have the Leave It to Beaver kind of feel with the TV show and then things like that. I think it's going to be very interesting. I think they could do a lot. I think Marvel and the same thing with what they did with Mandalorian and Star Wars. There's a lot of stories you could tell better on a TV series than you could do in a movie. So I think this is one of those chances that you could really tell a good story if you do it right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I think some stories like benefit from a TV series. Like Mandalorian, honestly, on a movie would have been a good movie, but it would have been a lot of things missing. For it to being a TV show, being as long as it was, and the TV shows are not that long, I think that they tell an amazing story and they were able to really bring the characters to life.
Gotcha.
And I think they're going to benefit. I think Marvel's going to benefit off of that with a lot of these series. Like you have Winter Soldier, Falcon, you have Loki, you have She-Hulk, you have Miss Marvel, you have Moon Knight all coming. So there is so much shit. Like honestly, you think about like especially we just lost fucking Brody Lee and stuff like that. Man, I'm gonna start hitting the gym. I'm gonna start eating healthy so I can watch all this fucking shit. I need to live to see all this shit. There's so much shit coming out.
True story.
But next week, in 2 weeks, we see our first glimpse of the next wave of the MCU.
And so, did that one promise cameos and stuff, or no?
Huh?
Do you know if that show did they promise like cameos from other?
They didn't really mention. I think they kind of keeping that hush hush until you actually see it.
Okay.
That's something that you don't want like really.
Because I would imagine like somebody if you said the Black Knight might be on that show. What? Yeah. They haven't done him, have they?
Yeah.
They haven't made him, right?
Who?
Black Knight. He's not.
He's supposed to be in Eternals.
Oh, okay. So what about like if
Jon Snow is playing the guy that played Jon Snow is playing him?
What about Wonder Man? He hasn't been in.
Wonder Man would be very interesting for WandaVision.
Yeah, because it makes sense. The West Coast Avengers and whatnot. He's just chilling on the beach in short shorts.
The only thing though is the fact that like if you go by the comic wise, they based Vision's body was based on Wonder Man, so his characteristic he was built off of Wonder Man. So they haven't really introduced him into the MCU, but he could be an interesting character to bring in. Yes, 100%. Maybe Vision becomes Wonder Man.
Do they ever do that where he goes back?
Because Vision's supposedly dead.
Recently?
Well, he died in Infinity War in Endgame.
Oh, you mean in the movie? Oh, in the universe?
Yeah.
But he can't really die. He's a robot. He's an android.
Well, he took the soul gem out of his ass, so he did.
So what? They gotta go find the soul gem to get the Vision back?
No, I'm just saying that they could make him if she goes into like a whole thing and tries to make a person out of Vision, that could be Wonder Man.
No, yeah, I get you. But I'm saying like from what they have, the personality that he has is only from the soul gem, right?
Yeah.
There is no man who's influencing the Vision as of in the Marvel universe. MCU now. It is the soul gem.
This dude, Jeeves.
Oh yes. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's pretty much the AI.
The AI. That's okay. So, all right, that's cool. I guess. I mean, that sounds. He doesn't have a very great arc in his original story. Poor Wonder Man.
Yeah.
He just gets messed up and dies, and then he's turned into the Vision or something like that. So terrible. I mean, does that mean they're also going to introduce maybe evil Hank Pym? Because he has a movie coming out, right?
That's another character that I would like to. Honestly, you could introduce Beast as the first mutant that you introduced to the MCU, and have him part of the next Avenger movie.
Okay. Oh, because it's around that period when he joined. Doesn't he join the Avengers at some point?
He's like one of the first X-Men to join the Avengers.
Okay. Cool.
For a while, he was the only Avenger.
Sure enough.
Because he was like, fuck the X-Men.
I mean, I assume the Avengers pay, and the X-Men, you just get whatever Charles Xavier feels like giving you. So.
Yeah. And he was just put in your mind that he gave you money.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you remember I paid you. Oh, you paid me.
And he gave me extra. Damn, Charles Xavier.
No, man.
So let me see what else, because I went off track on the IMDb. I was looking at all these people who are in Superman, which is this week's verdict.
Yeah.
But we'll get back to that. But yeah, it's Superman.
Yeah.
A ton of stars in that movie, I just realized. But before that, I just wanted to shout out some game news. Not all. Okay, so it's bad news. Hey, man, you know about that company that was put that game out that was on fire? CD Projekt Red.
Yeah.
So they're being sued by their investors.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
twice.
That was gonna come.
So the week after the game came out, that was the first story that dropped about investors being upset.
Yeah.
And apparently back then they were also getting ready to file a class action lawsuit against them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that one even went through court or what have you, because I don't think law works like that unless you're rich. Maybe it does. But apparently this is the second lawsuit against them. So I don't know what's going down with them, but I hope they're okay.
Yeah.
Because people are mad.
It's a lot of shit going on with them. And it's not a good spot for them to be in either.
Yeah, not a good time.
Not at all.
This makes me mad as hell that this didn't happen to EA years ago. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. But they honestly, I put it on there. Honestly, they could, again, like we talked about this the last couple of weeks, they could have delayed it another year and really like put in their hours and stuff like that, especially because of COVID and all that shit too. They could probably had factors into the development of the game as well. That you could have waited. This game did not have to come out this year.
It did not have to add to the trash fire, the burning dumpster that is this year. Yes.
Yeah. And sadly, like again, but for people that the game hasn't really like fucked up on, they enjoying the game. A lot of people are actually liking the game.
Yes, if they have a high-powered PC or they've managed to get their hands on the gold bar that is PlayStation 5
or
Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
So yes. Get that gold bar.
And right now you could get a PS5 for regular
Although
price.
I've seen it's not perfect on PS5 though. I've seen some shit.
No, it's not perfect, but it runs a lot better.
It's not the bad one.
Yeah.
But then the other piece of news which came out regarding the game was also that if your save file went over 8 megabytes, your save file would become corrupt.
Oh damn.
So that was for the current, not the PC version. That is for the PS4 and Xbox Series regular, Xbox One regular.
Yeah.
Jesus. Fucking name. Yeah. So it says a patch went out. I believe people are saying it works. So that's good. But that was a good solid. I think the patch went out Thursday.
Okay.
But that was a solid like almost a week of people just chirping in. Yo, why's my file being deleted? So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's just, you think one thing happens and then another thing just creeps up out of nowhere. So.
It was like a straight up domino effect. Like you was spending all day building a domino trail and someone sneezed. Yeah. That's exactly what happened with that game.
Or someone just kicked it and they said, I'm not playing the game no more.
Yeah, man.
Just knocked the chessboard over.
It's sad. It's sad that it's in that. I feel bad that it's in that predicament. But you know what? Like I said, you could easily delayed it. You could have easily delayed it and just focused on the next gen consoles, but you guys still did a PS4 and Xbox One version. And honestly, the ones that you pretty much were advertising were not those.
That's messed up. So that's the grounds on which they really are being sued, though.
Yeah.
Because the presentations and the demos were all PC next gen versions when it came to the quality of what you were being shown, and they refused to show the current gen, and they put out a statement. I didn't know about this. This is something I didn't know about, but I had read. They had put out a statement saying those versions are fine.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. So, I mean, all I have to say is, when is it going to happen to Fallout? When is it going to happen to whatever? When EA inevitably drops the ball on Mass Effect again? When are people going to be like, enough is enough?
Yeah.
That's what I want. That's all I want. I don't care of people trying to take it right down. They're not like just this evil conglomerate. Sure, they have some dirty practices that's coming to light now.
Yeah.
But they're not on the level of EA. No, nowhere near that. So I want to see if all these people upset are going to come to the task force and take them out back and be like, we got to put you down, EA. You've been doing it too long. So that's all I want to know. That's all. That's it. I hope they get out of this situation fine. They don't try to take apart that company, because that's crazy. But I just want some fairness. That's all I'm saying. And then the other thing was, I just wanted to put this out there. I don't know if you're gonna pick this up, Mert, but did you know that there is a third next generation console, the KFC console?
Yeah, I did see that. Is it actually a console? Does it actually play shit?
I don't know what it plays. I think it has its own. Apparently, it has its own game.
Okay.
But also, it's a PC like case. So the thing is, like, it's basically just a PC in there.
Yeah.
So that actual thing that you see, the bucket, the black bucket.
Yeah.
So it is technically a console.
Oh, okay.
But in reality, it's closer to just being a gaming PC put in a funny case. That's
okay.
all. Now, I don't know if they're ever going to sell that, because I'm looking at the specs on here, and the stuff is like, it's got slots and stuff so you can upgrade it. It's really, really basically just a PC's case. That's all it is. That's you put slots for SSDs up in there. Like, it's crazy. It says it's capable of 4K resolution and 240 frames per second gameplay.
Yeah.
Dude, that's nuts. So, yeah. They just being assholes. They just basically. But I do. I'm curious at what their price is, though. I don't see one.
I don't think they're selling it. I think it's just like a.
No, it's for sale. I'm on the product page, but they don't have that. Yeah, it's real. But they don't have a price on this page, because it probably costs like $2,000, $3,000. It's probably nuts. But yeah, that just a bunch of dicks. How dare you do that? That was a bait and switch, if anything.
Yeah, they just said they're not selling it.
Yeah, it's not a console.
It keeps chicken warm though.
No.
That's a console Jinkies would love.
I'll check back to see what it is, because I wonder how much they're gonna sell that for.
I think Jinkies would love that console.
I mean, if he didn't have a gaming PC already, he would be the target audience for this. He's like, what? It's a gaming PC and it keeps chicken warm? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He'll be the first one in line.
I mean, he could probably still put his pre-orders.
Yeah. I wonder if it's actually. Yeah, it just plays PC games. It keeps your chicken toasty. How does it work though?
It's just a case. It doesn't have a drive on it.
Yeah.
Because my computer doesn't have a drive. I didn't know that when I bought it though. But
yeah.
Mine doesn't have a disk drive anymore. They phased those out. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that thing you're looking at, yeah, it's perfectly capable of just being some high-end PC. But
yeah,
I wonder what the because you know how Windows is capable of having custom OSs on it. So
Yeah.
you turn it on, you go screen. I wonder if you turn that on, do you get the KFC logo? Or is there like an animated kernel that helps you, like the taskmaster, like
Oh,
you know the little thing, Clippy?
Yeah, it's the
It's the
kernel.
kernel. Yeah.
That'd be funny.
If it's not that, I'm mad and I want to be their new brand manager because
It's
I'm
$2,000.
smart. It's $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's literally just a gaming. How dare you?
Yeah.
Close this article.
But it keeps your chicken warm.
If it does, I'd be happy. Like
Well,
if somebody tested it out and said it does do a good job, I'll be happy.
yeah. Too bad I don't like KFC.
I haven't had KFC in
There'll be
years.
a lot of Popeye chicken in there.
There was no KFC near me. I have to walk like 3 avenues to get to a KFC.
Damn. I think they closed that one
And the
too.
avenues in this neighborhood are long.
Yes,
They're
I
like
walked them.
10 blocks for an avenue in this
Yeah.
neighborhood.
It's long and hilly.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that in this weather for chicken. Hell.
Just to keep my chicken warm.
Yeah, I get back home. I have to buy the console, somehow be able to power it on the way to the KFC, put the chicken in when I get there, and then come back. What? All right. No, I'm not wearing a backpack with a battery in it just to get some chicken.
Yeah.
Anyway, get to the verdict unless you got anything else.
That's all I got. There's not much that has been announced yet. Oh, actually, they did a little teaser for the 2 new monsters for the Hasbro Power Ranger Lightning Collection, which is supposed to state for June of next year. It's the one. It's the eyeball monster. It was like all eyeballs and shit from the original Power
I
Rangers.
remember.
And it's the piranha. I think Piranha. He was like the big fish with the nunchuck fish, fixed handles. He was in the first episode when they first started taking off the helmet and shit.
I do remember like the fish nunchucks. Yes.
Yeah, he was the monster in the opening of season 2 when they were doing the ATV race and shit. He was the monster in that episode. So those 2 are announced, and also Space Blue has been announced to be part of Wave 9 or 10. No, it'll be Wave 9.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You ain't even in yet. We got more coming.
Oh, it's fucking killing me. Every fucking day there's a new one. Like, god damn. Let me fucking save some money. Shit.
Dude.
Yeah, because I got the SPD Blue and SWAT for Christmas. Jackie got me it, and that one's that's a sick figure, man. They look dope. And then I got the Wave 7, which is the Green Ranger, Zed Putty, the red Dino Thunder, and the pink Metallic.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
yes, they're killing my pockets.
I know.
I'm telling you, though, that Toka Razor, man, that shit's beautiful.
Okay.
I got that. I'm just looking at it right now, and I was like, damn, that is a beautiful figure. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got. So we are starting our superhero / comic book movies verdict. We go doing 2 decades and plus 2 years because we kind of wanted to get Superman involved, and that came out in 1978. So, well, technically it is a decade and a year because 2021 is coming up like next week. So,
Gotcha.
there we go. So our first movie to be verdict in this long list of movies is Superman, the movie, 1978.
The original.
This is one of the movies I was actually kind of like looking forward to watching because I have like this movie in particular I probably have not watched in like 20 years.
But I was just about to backtrack on that, and apparently, man, we should just make a verdict out of watching Superman movies because apparently it's not that many, right?
Yeah.
But there's more than we know. There's a lot. There's a
There's
few.
4.
It's like 7. It's like 7 or 8.
There's 4 with Christopher Reeves. There's 1
3
Returns,
with
and
some
then
other
there's
guy.
Man of Steel.
No, there's the 3 original ones, which are like
4.
the 50s. No, I'm talking
Oh,
about
you're talking about like
I'm
the
talking about
no, there was a
old.
TV series.
Well, they have the length though. They're treated as movies on here because
Oh,
you
okay.
can when you get it says you can purchase them on Prime
I don't
Video.
want to see them.
So it's like it's 58 minutes for this one. Superman in the Moment.
Oh, okay.
Check that one out.
It's probably a Mexican Superman too.
You know what?
There is.
There is a Mexican Superman. Get out of here.
Yeah, there is.
Damn.
He's like green and red.
Might have to check. Wasn't he also in the arcade game? I remember that.
Probably. I don't know.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Right to it.
this is the first movie we're going to give a verdict. Is Superman the movie, rated PG, came out in 1978. It came out. Where was the date? I had it just now. The date it came out was December 15th, 1978, with the budget of $55 million. Imagine what could that
Adjusted for
be?
inflation,
This
I don't know what that is, but it's probably a lot.
Yeah. And it did well. It opened the weekend $7 million in 1978. That's a lot of money. Gross USA, it was 134 million. So that's actually quite good. That did really well. Starring our boy Christopher Reeves as Superman, Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor, Marlon Brando as Jor-El, Ned Beatty as Otis, Jackie Cooper as Perry White, Glenn Ford as Pa Kent, Trevor Howard, First Elder. I don't know what that is. Margaret Kidder as Lois Lane.
Valerie
And
Perrin, that's the henchwoman.
yeah.
Miss Tess Maka.
Oh, this guy. Terrence.
And Terrence Stamp as General Zod. Yes.
Yeah. He don't come into the second movie though. Like you see the you see the debut there, and then they don't like wreak havoc to the second movie.
But they definitely established them as a major plot point.
Yeah.
You just don't really understand why yet.
That's something I want to give this movie credit. At least they kind of set up for the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like this shit's gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen in this movie.
And again, the way I feel about this movie, the way it flows, it feels like if you add 2, then I can see like they probably plan this as like some type of epic like deal
Yeah.
because of how long this movie ends up being with a Donner cut.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could definitely see it has some consistency to it. That's a really good thing. I don't know. Again, we haven't watched 2, but I do remember 2 being my favorite of the 3
Yeah.
because we actually had a super powered photo fight. So
Yeah. And yeah.
so this is the alpha basically for the modern Superman. He's the template as far as most people remember him. I mean, I'm sure he's probably slowly fading, but more people probably still recognize Christopher Reeve as Superman than they would
100%.
say. Then even they would say somebody like Dean Cain or something. Not just to skip Cavill, but he's like the most recent.
Yeah.
So like you can't really count him because he's the obviously you're gonna remember him because he's the freshest one in your face.
Brandon Routh too.
Yeah. And see, he suffered from only having one movie.
He suffered because honestly, I feel like that movie suffered. It was just a bad movie. Like honestly, I feel like he could have been. Honestly, if you watch the Arrowverse, the last big ass team up they did, and you saw him as Earth 1 Superman, you were like, holy shit, that looks dope.
But you know what's funny about that movie is that most people's critique of it was that it was boring, whereas a lot of people had a violently angry reaction to Man of Steel.
Yeah.
So that's why I say he didn't get a second chance.
Yeah,
That's
he did.
kind of the thing that sucks about him.
Well, he kind of got a second chance in the Arrowverse because he did play Earth 1 Superman, and he looked badass.
Well, yeah, he hooked up with people who knew.
And surprisingly, he was actually related to Christopher Reeves, which was kind of weird in a weird kind of way. He was like second cousins to him or some shit.
It is what it is.
Yeah. But Christopher Reeves is to this day it is Superman to me. Like I always look, if I think of Superman movie, any Superman movie, I think Christopher Reeves, and I think he has that iconic look. He also has the goofiness and the clumsiness as Clark Kent. So you actually see the difference of the two characters. Not like the newer movies, you don't really see the difference. As in, he acts clumsy, he acts dumb, he acts like he acts like little. He acts different when he's both. He stands he stands with more structure and things like that when he's Superman than he is.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was
say there's a really good scene that shows that off.
Yeah.
When he get mugged in the beginning, it's pretty close to like the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Once he gets to Metropolis, which they do not. That's New York City. They don't even try.
Yeah.
They don't even try.
Yeah.
It's just New York.
Yeah.
There's no fantasy land. This is before we could CG buildings.
Yeah.
Nah, that's just New York City, dog.
Yeah.
So that I thought was cool because I think if you're gonna make a movie, you don't always have to try to. I think that's a crutch nowadays that we got used to.
Yeah.
Where you can CG things and change the logos and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it kind of doesn't feel like the real world as much.
Yeah.
As much.
I like the fact that I like the fact that it was in New York. Like honestly, you can call New York Metropolis, where we name the city whatever you want, but you know it's New York. But I do like the fact that it was in New York. You saw like, especially like back in those days, like just seeing Grand Central, 1978, like the inside Grand Central was kind of pretty dope. I work in Grand Central. I see that building every day. It looks so different than it looks now.
It's cool to see some of the architecture too that changed and didn't change because I live and work in the city.
Yeah.
In particular, that building.
Yeah.
That the Superman stops the cat burglar.
Yeah.
That sloping building, and that building is basically kept that look the entire time. They never took it down or changed that building.
No, they didn't.
It's a gigantic skyscraper, but in New York, skyscrapers do at least change the windows and change designs and stuff.
Yeah.
Depending on what happens in the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
That street looks almost exactly the same today.
Yeah.
Like that section where the building, like the four corners where that building will touch the street.
Yeah.
It has the number, the 9 right there, everything, the big red 9, like everything.
Yeah.
I forgot what building it was. I've delivered it before, but I forgot which address it is. But like to see that and just see how much of the city has changed and has stayed the same is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the cops don't wear the light blue uniform shirts no more.
No, they don't even use those cars anymore. Their cars look so different and things like that. We all have like dark blue police now. Now it used to be light blue. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, that part is kind of just like the natural evolution because them joints were spraying all types of toxic stuff into the back then. Ain't nobody give a damn about saving the planet.
Yeah.
What? Give me all the gas. Let me burn it at once.
So this one.
But I was gonna say, hold on. I just wanted to say that this movie did do a good job of showing his personality range when they get mugged in the beginning and Clark feigns being super clumsy and then faints.
Yeah.
After he catches the bullet and saves Lois from getting shot, I think in the head.
Yeah.
And then like she thinks he died, and then he just wakes up and is like, "Oh, I must have fainted."
Yeah.
So good, so good.
That's one thing I give these credits. This one thing, I really give credit to that Superman himself. Was like you saw the two different personalities of Clark Kent and Superman, and that's important. That's really important, and we did not get that into any of the new ones nowadays.
Yeah, having not seen this movie as an adult, really, I never thought of it. I've only seen it as a teenager, as a kid. Like, I just never went back and watched the original Superman.
Yeah.
I've seen 2, and I've seen 3 and 4, but I really haven't just sat down and watched 1. I think because I just thought I wouldn't have the patience to, because I knew it wasn't. Maybe it was because you know how you say to yourself, you get used to what's current, the new trends, whereas movies just wouldn't have that much talking dialogue. They just at some point it's going to be 20 minutes of action. You know what I mean? You're going to be sitting there like, damn, what is happening? Oh, shit. I mean, it's in a good way, but that's not Superman.
I think that's going to be a testament throughout this whole superhero comic book movies that we're gonna go through, especially like their early '80s stuff. A lot of these things are going to be slow. A lot of these things are going to be slow and like more story oriented to building on to the end, as in we're used to the fast pace and them getting into action right away. So it's going to be a different take on it, but I'm for it, especially with this movie, because again, I felt it with this one. It was kind of dull in areas, but I like the story. Yes, I thought the story was fine. I thought the story just kept me into it. I think that's what helped, is the fact that it was a good story. It just took long to tell.
I think the credit is the actors and actresses in the movie too.
Yes,
because obviously Gene Hackman, he's a standout in the movie as Lex Luthor. But like, you really start to pay attention. I'm specifically mean as an adult. You pick up on a lot of the sexual tension between Lois and Superman that I didn't get as a kid.
Yeah,
but I didn't get either, because the stuff she says when she's interviewing him it's funny.
Yeah,
because it's stuff that you would hear nowadays and people wouldn't bat an eye. They laugh and chuckle, but for back then it's like, that's a little bit of an adult joke in a superhero movie. I wouldn't expect that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The way she was dressed up to meet him, he didn't say that, and I love that. I never picked up on the first thing he said was, "Oh, can I come? Are you expecting somebody? Should I come back?"
Yeah,
just like, nah, that's for you, dog. And I was just like, yeah, I didn't get that. Because here's the thing, I thought that was normal.
Yeah,
I thought, oh, Superman's coming to visit a lady on the top of a building. Well, of course she's gonna be in a nice outfit like that. I didn't put two and two together that she was trying to be Superman. I didn't. Again, looking at it with fresh eyes, you start to see a lot of this stuff. Some of my favorite scenes in this movie are just when they were in the Daily Bugle. Daily Planet, my bad, wrong universe.
Yep.
But it's because of the strength of the actors. This is the strength of the guy who played Perry. How you could tell he was the leader without just being the guy yelling all the time. Like, the things he was saying, it was like, oh, okay. The reactions between him and Lois, him and Clark, him and Jimmy Olsen. Like, there was a small dynamic with Jimmy Olsen when he was the coffee guy. Yeah. But he would always give his coffee duty off to, I think it was like another intern. And it was just like, I don't remember that. That's so stupid. Why is Jimmy such an asshole? And that's a lot of the stuff that carried me through the movie. Yeah, like the dynamic of the relationship between Lex Luthor, Otis, and the lady Miss Teschmacher. Yeah, that's also another funny thing. Whereas again, he's kind of this evil genius who's living in an underground section of Grand Central.
Yeah, he had like a whole base in Grand Central.
Yeah, and he has like a pool in the middle of the fucking room. Yeah, and it's just like he's converted into the ultimate like bachelor pad / evil lair, and he's got this woman down, this scantily clad woman down there who's like, "You're terrible, but I love you." It's just like you have their whole dynamic because they're basically shit talking each other throughout the all of their exchanges, and then you have Otis, the quintessential dumb henchman. But it's so funny because he's just from the moment he debuts, they are establishing his character, and he's not even talking. Yeah, you see him. The first thing he has is something in his mouth because he's always eating the entire movie. What henchman is eating marshmallows while trying to like arm a nuclear weapon for a certain set of coordinates?
It might have helped his nerves.
And I probably does. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? You could think that because they're giving you a character trait. He's not just a stupid guy. He's a guy he's a little off kilter, but he's got these other things. But not even just that. He's got these other things around him. Yeah. That you just look at him and go, hey, even this one character is kind of layered. Yeah. That's just work, and that's the one thing I kind of give credit to this movie that I wouldn't have if I didn't go back and watch it and had watched it now, is that they're all like characters and they're layered, and I either want to see what this person is doing next, or I want to see what these two are doing. I'm interested in what they're talking about, even though what they're saying has nothing to do with me. It's like, wow, this movie just has personality up and down, and that's like the strength of this movie.
Yeah.
Personality.
I think that was the strong part of this movie, was the personalities throughout the whole movie. Like again, Lex Luthor was a great character. I actually enjoyed Gene Hackman as him. We do see him more throughout the sequels of later on as well. But I completely forgot like he was the main, because for some reason, I don't know why, because I haven't watched, again, it's been like 20 years since I watched this. So for some reason I thought the part 2 was part 1.
Okay.
And I don't remember any of this of part 1. So I was like, oh shit, I forgot this was a whole movie. And I enjoyed it for what it was. It had character, it had heart. I did like Superman. I like Christopher Reeve as Superman a lot. And he is I think that's what Superman is based on 100%. Anything outside of comics and cartoons is based off of what Christopher Reeve's done. I did like a lot. I did even the little action scenes they had and little like saving things. It just all worked for Superman. Like the way he flew and things. I did not like the whole him flying with Lois, just carrying her one hand, because that was bullshit.
Yeah, like they do it multiple times.
Yeah.
Where this movie breaks. It doesn't break rules because there are no rules.
Yeah.
It makes up its own rules.
Yeah, it does.
About the things he can do.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to watch that.
Yeah.
Because at the time, you probably would have got comic book nerds saying this, and that, but it was at a calmer time in, I guess, nerd culture, when people would just be like,
you could just burn the
whatever.
letters.
Yeah. Just go whatever. It's a movie.
You don't have to like answer every fucking email you get or every tweet you get. You can just burn the letter. Yeah. But yeah, okay. But you mentioned the way he had Lois fly in the air. Yeah.
I thought that was funny. The way look, that's what I mean about the speed that he's going at.
Yeah.
If he's flying that slow, there's no way she'd be like that. But if he was going too fast, dude, she'd just be dead, and he'd be flying with an arm. So
yeah,
it's interesting. Like, does he have his own gravitational field?
Yeah,
there's
a lot of things they've done. Yeah,
here's the thing: they do mention that he does not obey. His mother says he won't obey their gravity.
Yeah,
and it's like, I didn't realize they put some type of context into what he will become at the beginning of the movie. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because that's when he started learning to fly and stuff like that. She noticed that he moved differently. Like, when that was the first time we actually saw the speed that he had, was when he was a kid, and then he was running against the train or some shit.
Mm-hmm. And the little girl was Lois. I thought that was.
Yeah, that was
like, I didn't know that. I didn't get that.
Yeah,
that
was supposed to be like, they supposed to have met as a kid, but they didn't. And then they don't remember in that sense. But yeah, like his speed, that was the only time you saw the speed. But other than that, you don't really see the speed as in you think you will see the speed. Because, like, again, watching Flash and things like that, there's a lot of things that actually showcase speed and stuff like that. This one, he looked like he just glided here and there, and there. Everything else went forward to him.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of really. I mean, like, you do see him fly where he reruns the planet, which makes no sense. But again, this movie makes its own rules. You see the speed when he spins to go into Lex Luthor's lair, which I think is one of the best parts, the best showcases of Superman. He stands in the middle of a crowded sidewalk. It's like, everybody's like, oh shit, it's Superman, god damn. Then the cab driver's like, I can't move. He's like, what are you doing, get out. I like that little line from the lady. And then he just starts spinning into he says, stand back, and starts spinning into the ground in the exact spot where he's getting the sonic signal from Luthor, which I thought was cool. I didn't put two and two together what was happening when I saw that as a kid. Now that I see that, I'm like, that's dope. Yeah. He basically can send Superman a personalized message by changing the frequency. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But then he goes into the lair, and then Lex springs the traps, and it's just a dude just like, what are you what are you doing? Why? I love the lack of care
Yeah.
in Superman's expressions. He's not angry. He doesn't even look confused. He's just like, all right, so where's the door at? he's just walking through, and he's just being riddled with bullets, just bouncing off nothing. Then he walks into and Luthor says a pun too. That's the other thing. He's a villain. He says a pun and then lights the room on fire, and then Superman's just chilling in flames. That's like, come on, dude. And then just proceeds to walk to the door, and the henchman's like, I think he's coming, and the door is like warping, and just like that whole sequence to me is like, that's Superman.
Yeah,
that's Superman. Like that's cool. That's awesome. So for the portrayal of what I think is like the ultimate image of what Superman is, like this movie kind of does it.
Yeah, it does it. It does it from what it was able to do, especially from being in 1978 and the lack of technology that we have now. They tried their best, and they made things. It looked good for what it was.
I agree.
Even though like you're watching the HD now, you see all the fucking like.
See the strings and all that.
But other than that, I think they did a good job with that. My biggest issue was like the ending, like the whole like. Turning the world back in time and doing the whole flashpoint shit, like you just did a flash, you just fucking turning back time, not caring fucking about the world. You said that he was like, oh, but he's saving 2 million people. He didn't know he was saving 2 million people. He was looking to save Lois.
So here's the thing: when I looked up the population, because I wanted to be on point with like what? He saved 22 million people and lost the one lady he was in love with.
Yeah.
Okay. You get a pass. Because before he did that, he flew into the crust of the earth and raised up San Francisco.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants. He flew into the magma of the planet after Lex Luthor detonated a nuclear weapon, right?
Yeah.
He failed because Lex planned it. You can only save 2 missiles. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. He showed them the plan and everything. Secret villain, I'm gonna tell you my plan before I execute it.
Yeah.
And Lex won. But Superman literally flew over there, flew into the planet, saved 22 million people, and the lady he was in love with died. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all good. You can do whatever you want, Superman. I'm good. I'm not mad. I thought it was stupid.
Yeah,
because I wasn't saying that him spinning the planet back saved all the people. It made it seem like that. What I was saying was he earned that.
He earned it to save. So he earned to fucked up the time continuum for Lois.
No, because look, think about yes. I'll say it why, because literally, as I put it, Lex Luthor won.
Yeah.
No matter what he did, he won. he hurt Superman. He won.
Yeah.
His plan might not have been to kill 22 million people, but he hurt Superman.
Yeah, sure. 100%.
So, while the fact that worked is something I'm like, really though? You had to spin the planet. I get that they couldn't just show him go back in time. I get it. Yeah. They had to have a visual representation. I get it. But it's still, on a level, seems dumb. Because that's not how that works. He would have killed more people doing that.
Exactly. He would have killed, you know how much money people would have lost? They would have lost crops. They would have lost everything because he's turned the world around and all the fucking like weather is all combobulated now because you've decided that you want to go back in time to save Lois Lane and only Lois Lane. Selfish.
But again, after seeing that and looking
the
at
whole
it,
farm system.
I go, okay, in this universe, because there's no consequences.
Yeah,
I could use my realistic brain, but I'm watching a movie.
Yeah,
there's no time continuity issues in the Donner series because they didn't write them in.
We don't know yet.
So within their world, it's like, you make the rules, dog. I can't fight you. And if him spinning, what? Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just thinking about it. Like, him turning back the time. Wouldn't that fuck up the whole thing with Zod and maybe them escaping because of that?
He didn't go back that far.
Okay.
Because you realize he only goes back like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah. But he turned the whole world doing that.
Yeah. And apparently he fixed everything too. If you notice that he
Yeah.
didn't turn the world back and then save Lois. He turned the world back, and then the earthquake that got her stuck in the thing didn't happen.
Yeah.
She mentioned earthquakes because she was on the West Coast,
Yeah.
but literally did not say anything. There was nothing about, besides the gas station that she came from, the crack that swallowed her, and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So he did something.
He just.
But again, that's another thing I told you, Mark.
Yeah.
This movie did like to have moments where they just let you use your imagination. Because the next scene is not gonna exactly tell you anything.
It just made me laugh. Like I didn't take it as a thing that just like ruined the movie for me or anything like that. I just found it hilarious. Like, yo, Yaz just moved the whole world just to save her ass. That's love.
But I mean,
he literally moved the world for you.
At least it's a fictional character, and we didn't all just magically disappear because some asshole did it for real. That's all I got.
That's true. It was just like,
because you know how the quotes about "I built the world for you" and "move mountains." I'm like, dog.
He literally did.
There's consequences. Dog, there's consequences. Don't do that. Dog, no. Oh, we're in space. And we're
Poor farm people. He fucked up all the crops.
Just all the people that just underwater now.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're dead.
He just fucked up all the crops in the world.
Just everybody. Cities, underwater chaos. Is this Superman called Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
That's what I
like. Oops, just turned too far.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go back this way. Damn. Now you guess you're thinking like, how many times he actually gonna do that now? The fact that he did it once and was able to get away with it. Imagine how many times he done it after that. Maybe he sneezed one day and a table killed Lois, and he's like, "Oh shit!" and then did it again.
Yeah, that's good. He's like, "Damn, my bad." Yeah.
Oh, I like this movie though. It was good. It was just it dragged a little bit. Other than that, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's my main knock against it.
Yeah.
So, what you want to give it, Mark?
I'm gonna give it 3.5.
Okay, I'm gonna give it 4.
4? That's fair.
4. So I'm very interested to see the next one, but we're not. That's not the next movie in order.
3 movies before that.
Yes.
So so while we are doing this right now, I'm gonna give you a little preview of the list of movies that we're gonna have to do with this. I will just do the next 10.
Okay.
So Superman was number 1. We have Flash Gordon next. Superman 2 after that. So yeah, it's right there. The Condor Man, Legend of the Lone Ranger, Superman 3, Supergirl, Toxic Avenger, Sheena, the Queen of the Jungle, and Weird Science. That's the first 10 movies.
That's a pretty good list of different things. It's a pretty good list of different things. I mean, yes, Supergirl is in there, but Supergirl is not a Superman movie.
Yeah.
So we gonna see.
Yeah, and Weird Science gonna close out the 10 movies, and then the next 10 would be Howard the Duck, Masters of the Universe, RoboCop, Superman 4, Batman, The Punisher, Toxic Avenger 2, Toxic Avenger 3, Captain America, Darkman, Dick Tracy, Hardware, RoboCop 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Guyver, Rocketeer, TMNT 2, Batman Returns, Dr. Morid, Meteor Man, RoboCop 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Super Mario Brothers, Blank Man, Crow, Guyver 2, Fantastic Four, Mask, Shadow, Time Cop.
How he get here? How Van Damme get here?
That was a comic.
Oh, what?
Batman Forever, Crying Freeman,
Wow.
Darkman 2, Judge Dredd, Power Rangers, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, Tank Girl, Barbed Wire, Black Mask, Crow, City of Angels, Darkman 3, Generation X, The Phantom, Tales from the Crypt, Bordello Blood, Vampirella, Batman and Robin, Men in Black, Orgasmo, Spawn, Star Kid, Steel, Turbo, Power Ranger Movie, Blade, Inspector Gadget, Mystery Men, Virus, Citizen Toxie, The Crow, Salvation, Species, Unbreakable, and last but not least, X-Men.
I have one complaint. Why is Tales from the Hood not on
because Tales
that
from the
after
Hood wasn't a
2000?
comic; it was a parody of Tales from the Crypt.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, Tales from the Crypt was actually a comic book.
I'm just saying that because I'm not a fan of. I mean, I like Tales from the Crypt somewhat.
Yeah.
They still kind of creep me out.
Demon Knight was good. Bodero Blood was stupid. Some of these movies we may or may take out just because we do have casts and verdicts of them on the Morphin cast and things like that. And then also, I will be straight up honest with you, with all this list, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number one. It's gonna be number one for me.
That's true.
Nothing's gonna beat that out for me. Nothing. It will not beat that movie for me. So,
for me, RoboCop might. For me personally, RoboCop.
Yeah. And then the mines would be TMNT. But we'll go through it. We'll figure out what we're gonna do with all these movies. But these are the list of movies. We did 2 decades, so 2 decades and 1 year because we wanted to add Superman into this line, the first Superman into the lineup. So think about it, 2 decades. So from the 80s all the way to 2020. These are the superhero movies that all came, 2000 that we're pretty much covering.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I have a feeling that I might. Well, I might. Is Blank Man? Is Blank Man on here?
Blank Man's on here.
Okay. Blank Man and the first Men in Black are going to be pretty high up on this list. I know that for a fact.
I could really like going through this list. I could already say my top 5.
I don't like the first X-Men.
I hate the first X-Men. I love Batman.
I like Blade. I love
Blade.
First Batman's going to be up there. Blade's going to be up there. Steel, I think that movie is hilarious, but it's not good.
The Mask might be high.
Orgasmo might be up there. Yeah, The Mask is going to be high up there. The original Mask, hell yeah.
I like Spawn.
The original Spawn?
Yeah.
I like it, but I don't like it that much.
Yeah.
I like RoboCop 2 better than I like Spawn.
Okay, so we have a good list. This is a good list of movies, and maybe
we can't do that again. We just take that one. Super Mario Brothers is on here. We gotta take that one off.
Yeah, that's not even a comic book movie. A superhero movie, though.
Okay, okay, I got you.
I'm gonna take out the Turtles.
Yeah, makes sense.
I kind of want to keep one.
Which one? Don't say 3. Don't do that. Okay. All right.
I'm keeping the first.
Okay.
And then we could just rate that as the whole. So we don't have to do that. RoboCop I will leave there because that is half and half.
It's been a long time since we watched RoboCop. So
yeah, you know, this is the thing I'm actually excited about. This is like maybe 75% of these movies I have not watched more than 10 years ago.
Yes.
So there's a lot of things that I might love. The Power Ranger movies are going to take out.
But you know what? But because of the cast, I have watched some of these movies, like Darkman. Yeah. I have watched that in the past 2 years.
Okay.
Because of the cast.
Yeah.
I watched. What else? There's one more movie on here that I thought I wouldn't watch. Like, why did I watch this?
The Power Ranger movies. Do you want to keep those?
Yeah.
Keep them? Okay.
Well, no.
We could take out. You know what?
We can take those out. You can take those out.
We could do the first.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Do the first. And yeah, I'll leave the first one. I'll take the Turbo because Turbo's more the TV series anyway, so connect that. Tales from the Crypt, I think I could go. Demon Knight is good. The Bodero Blood is a piece of shit.
So then leave the Demon Knight then.
Demon Knight, alright. And that's Billy Zane. We have 2 Billy Zane. Billy Zane is gonna be in a lot of these movies.
Phantom is not great, but it's a fun movie. I stand by
that movie.
I stand by it being fun.
Yeah,
not great.
I already have I think 2 movies that's gonna be the final, the last place movies.
They better not be Toxic Avenger movies. I know that.
Well, the last one wasn't that good. Citizen Toxie wasn't good.
Oh, Citizen Toxie. No. I just meant the ones with the numbers 1, 2, and 3.
The Shadow I think is gonna be the final place.
The Shadow. I saw that when I was a kid. I don't remember it being special. Just being unique in that. Oh, it's cool. You could blend into the shadows. That was about it.
Yeah. All right.
Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd might be up there for me.
Judge Dredd.
I've grown to like that.
I like Dick Tracy.
So yeah, I like the taste. Yeah. I've never seen Unbreakable in full.
Unbreakable, yeah.
I've only seen it on HBO, like in passing, maybe once, or Showtime. I don't even remember.
Yeah. So,
oh God, Got the Gadget. Why? No.
So this is our list of our comic book superhero movies that we'll be going through. I'm excited. Superman was good. Flash Gordon's next week, and yeah, we're gonna start doing that until we find a copy of Monster Hunter. Then we go back to the video game verdict just to get the Monster Hunter verdict done, and then go back to this.
Oh boy,
a lot of stuff.
Jeez, oh damn you, Monster Hunter. And then they keep showing articles saying that W.S. Anderson and wife want to do more Resident Evil movies. No,
they want to do everything. They go to Dino Crisis. Watch.
Yeah, I mean, damn it.
Mila Jovovich, Dino Crisis. Mila Jovovich, Captain Commando. She's gonna be Bionic Commando. She's gonna be Captain Commando. She's gonna be Kung Lee. She's gonna be a Bison.
You say Bionic Commando, but you know what's funny? If you know the story, she could be the arm.
She could be the arm.
I'm just gonna leave it because the story of his thing is he sacrifices his wife to be the arm. So her consciousness is within his arm. That's in the second one. That's in that. Remember the one with the braids?
Yeah.
That's the story of that game.
So
yeah, that game's
what they will do is they make her the commando and her husband the arm.
Yes.
Or lover.
So you will get W.S. Anderson transformed into an arm.
Yep.
You know what? I'd pay to see that. All right. Well,
yeah.
I just want to give one final shout out.
Yep.
This is something I heard from a podcast that's so old. It's about 2 months old. And it's just something I'm sure a lot of people knew. But I didn't know. And it blew my mind. And I just wanted to bring it out on our podcast to give recognition.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that Batgirl was created on the Batman 66 show. I didn't know that. She was only in the 3rd season. Again, I don't remember because I wasn't growing up with that. I only watched it in rerun. But I just wanted to say that's pretty cool. And I'm surprised nobody brings it up more often. As much as we know about Harley being a television show creation, don't get that for Batgirl. So
yeah,
there you go. Did you know Batgirl came from the TV show? If you did, now.
Yeah, so I had knowledge of it. As in you coming it up with it again, it kind of just shot back in my head with that. I have won a bar trivia night with that question.
Really? Wow.
I've won with Puffin Stuff, being Pillsbury Doughboy's real name, and I have one with Batgirl, the debut of Batgirl being on the TV show.
Wow. It's because nobody could get the question, or you answered the question?
I answered the question because somehow I knew. And half the time I don't know, and then when the shit hits me, I'm like, "Oh shit, I do know this." They threw out a lot of things, and we talked about Harley Quinn being in the animated series first, Bebop and Rocksteady, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They were debuted in a cartoon. They were not in the comics until like 10 years ago.
And is there anybody else you got that debuted from that has an original medium, but they debuted in the show? Is there anybody? That's big. I mean, that's like Popo Gijo. I know him. That's like totally big.
Comic characters debuting before comic.
And I would just say, give a shout out to the original actress Yvonne Craig, because when you start looking for images, man, she was gorgeous. Jesus.
Batman Beyond.
That girl, though.
Batman Beyond.
He's also.
It was a cartoon first before the comic.
Oh, that's cool.
Morph.
Really?
Morph.
He had no comics, no cameo, nothing. Really? That's cool. That's cool.
X-23. She was in the cartoon first before she became a comic book.
Oh, she was in X-Men Evolution.
Yep.
That's cool.
Who else? Wonder Twins. They were cartoons.
Comic. What?
Yep.
Wow.
Melina May, which is from Agents of Shield, she debuted in the show before Agents of Shield before the comic. Firestar, Amazing Spider-Man, my Spider-Man Amazing Friend.
She
She
came
debuted
from
there
that show?
before the comic. Yeah. And then
That's-
your girl, Batgirl.
Mhm.
I just found the list. John Diggle. He debuted on the
No.
show before he actually became something in the comic.
Okay. Cool.
That's cool. And then the whole thing with Bebop and Rocksteady, they never were in the comic book until like 10 years ago.
Gotcha. Cool bean.
Yeah, the more you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Remember those things because you never know when you get a trivia night, and those are the questions.
Damn. You right. You right.
Useless facts. I know so many useless facts. All right, wrap this up.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc.
Yep.
And that's YouTube. I hear Scott Steiner, and it interrupted my thought process because I'm like, please don't come this way, Scott Steiner. Big Papa Pump. So you can check us out on YouTube, on SoundCloud, on Spotify as well. Make sure you check us out on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, WordPress, and the Facebook group also, RedCycloneInc. Who you at, Mark?
You can follow me, mainly our Spotify page, RedCycloneInc. Follow that one. I know you said it. Say it again. Follow it. Follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch TV, and SoundCloud. All Mark the Mic. Follow all our other casts: the Morphin Cast, Shell Shock, the Not a Trekkie, and the Gamer Rage podcast. We will have a new episode of the Morphin Cast next week. So if you taste into that, we do have a new episode of Shell Shock that debuted this week of the first season of the 87 cartoon.
Nice.
I named it Mutant Turtles and Reject Mutants
Really?
because I put the picture of the 4 Reject Mutants that got made with Bebop and Rocksteady that never had a time to shine as the picture.
Gotcha.
So it was a gang of dudes. There was like maybe 7 of them, and then they all got mutated, and 4 of them got sent to Dimension X.
Okay.
Never to be seen again. They
That
never
sucks.
came back. They died somewhere. I don't know.
Well, let's get them. Let's get them put back.
I want the cat. There's a cat one. I was like, I want him as a character.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It was a cat, a dog. What was it? A cat, dog, a iguana, and some other thing. You can't really see it.
Gotcha.
All right. Peace out. Laters. And next week, Flash Gordon. Flash.
Gordon.
I'm looking forward to that.
I think he's got some sandwiches at the Jinkies once. You know what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Anyway, peace.
Yeah, watch Jinkies buy that KFC system.
I mean, he
I
better.
kind of want to see it, so I'll definitely go over and like try to heat up some chicken with him too.
He better not.
Peace out.